And we are back. Another episode of Chris Hates Everything. I am your host, Chris. And what the F are we hating on today? First and foremost, to get this shit out the way. No, this is not a relationship show. No, this is not red pill content. I'm gonna stay as far away from that as I possibly can. And I want to just keep it at that. I like that. I like watching that content, but I don't necessarily like doing that content. I stopped watching it after Kevin Samuels died. Now I only watch Media Man because he has lots of facts, data, and statistics on his show. So if you like, red pill content with some data and some facts, some hard data, pause, that's the show you should go watch. Shout out to Media Man. Have social media redefined what the relationship is? Yeah, it has. It's turned everybody into fucking weirdos and shit. A lot of this shit is transactional now. So men adjust accordingly because if she's asking the asking price is getting higher and higher and higher, and the fact that there is an asking price is crazy too, though. But what the fuck do I know? I'm not paying for a motherfucking thing, not at all. Not at all. Some of you almost got me, almost, but not too much. Not too much on me. But yeah, it has made it more transactional. Everything comes at a cost. Everything is pay, which is fine if that's what you get down to. So move accordingly. If you follow me on Instagram, you can see that I'm verified. And I'll probably put it somewhere right up here, my Instagram. You can go ahead and follow me at whatever it says on the screen. But being verified has its pros and its cons. But the pros outweigh the cons. The only con is the dickheads who be like, oh, you paid for the verification. Those niggas who don't fucking know anything, who's not growing in any way, shape, or form and shit like that. So if you can just not listen to those niggas, being verified is, for me, it's worth it. Everybody looks at your page. If you comment on like a pseudo celebrity, they don't have to be marginally famous people and shit like that. And famous for social media, not like real life famous. Or maybe that is real life famous after a certain point. But I've had people come and look at my story based on, especially if I like posted posted their story to my story, they're coming to my page and they're looking at that shit. And I think that's interesting. So the visibility thing really fucking works. Your comments really stick out, especially to niggas who just hating on the fact that you pay for verification. So you really have to. Now I really watch what I want to comment now. At first I was just reckless with it, saying whatever, because I know it was 9 times out of 10, nobody's gonna see that shit, and it's just gonna just be in the ether. But with that fucking verification shit, niggas be seeing that shit. They be seeing that shit, But for the most part, it's just been a lot of likes, on fucking comments. I'm not used to getting. Well, I'm getting used to it now, but been verified for a month and a half. I'll keep you guys updated when it comes to that. I'll probably do it for Twitter too. And I probably should post a pod more on Twitter. I don't know why I don't. But TikTok, they like it on TikTok. And they like it on Instagram. So I just be sticking to those. But we'll probably do Twitter too. YouTube, Chris Hates Everything. Go like, comment, and subscribe to that. I'll probably pop that up on the screen too sometime. Tyler Perry. Shout out to Tyler Perry. He felt the need to say something about black women. And when you do that, shit gets a little motherfucking tricky. Let's see a little bit of what he said.
Listen, a lot of women, especially black women, and I might get in trouble for saying this, I will.
It's okay. This is even brave of him to do that. And I've seen a lot in the comments that a lot of women are saying, why is he only talking about black women? Well, you are his demographic, his main demographic. He makes content specifically for black people, more specifically, black women. So he has worked himself into that space in order to have to make a comment like this. So that's why he's addressing black women. You are his demographic. So pay attention.
In our society right now, black women are making a lot more money for the most part than black men, right? There are a lot of black men who are successful, but for the most part, black women are making the money. So if you can find love,
some stats that
if
says
that man
otherwise, but
works,
whatever.
At whatever job, and is a good man and is good to you and honors the house and honors his wife and does what he can.
I hear what he's saying, but I wonder if women even fucking want that shit, or is that even worth having over a man with money who don't do none of that shit? Let me take, because I don't really care much for what he has to say, because that was an interesting pivot. It's interesting to me. And I'll ask the question of the three women who do watch this shit. Ladies, do you want a man who is financially sound and he makes more money than you, regardless of what you make, he makes more, and he wasn't emotionally available, he takes you for granted, he might cheat on you a little bit, he might exercise his options as a wealthy man? Would you take that over a man who didn't have the money, who didn't have as much money? He has his own money, but he doesn't have as much money. He needs your help to maintain the house and stuff like that. But that man loves, honors, cares, obeys, will, lay down his life for you, was kind, was loving, was caring. Would you, which man would you take? Let us know in the comments. Because that's more interesting than just accepting the broke nigga, because that's not what he's saying, but a lot of women took that as that's what he was saying. But he's not saying that. He's just saying, if you find a man that you like, but he doesn't make as much money as you do, to focus on the other things that makes him valuable as a fucking human being. A lot of times a lot of women just assign, if he doesn't make X amount of money, he's not even a man. If he's not even a certain height, he's not even a man. That's really difficult for the young boys of the later generations to come up under. If you're not tall, then you're looked at as such. If you don't have the money, then you're looked at as such and stuff like that. So you're automatically defined on your looks and how much money you have. And for a lot of times, we're not really in control of that. We can be in control of how much money we make, but early on we aren't. So those are interesting things that I see how social media is really redefining what the relationship is, and how women have now put a price tag on access. But again, this is not a relationship show. So take that information with you and stick it up your ass.